Hello. Yeah. So I've been watching this creator called Hesinator, and yeah, and he's actually really good on this video. So yeah, so we're going to watch the video called "Yeah, I Stopped Thinking and Got Rich" because it was really good. So okay, but of course I never watched this before, so we're just going to react to it.
What's up, guys? I was looking. This is one of the most powerful. When you do sales, you realize that you can't afford to.
Oh yeah, sorry. I mean, by that reason, yeah, I'm so used to actually just, turning my phone while I'm doing this. So, yeah, technical difficulties. Don't remember that. Oh, so yeah. Okay. Now, we're good. I just gonna have to watch it the way I am. So, okay. Now, here goes.
What's up, guys? I was looking. This is one of the most powerful. When you do sales, you realize that you can't afford to.
Yeah, right.
And in life in general, is they take action and then the action doesn't go their way. They don't become successful with said action. And then they put loads of energy and loads of.
Yeah, good point.
Not the right person. Like sometimes they have an external reason. Sometimes something could have happened in their life which is stopping them from buying, right? Which is stopping them from making their decision. Maybe their dog just died, their parents are ill, something, right? They receive bad news that morning, they're feeling unhealthy, they're feeling, tired and sleepy, they're not in the mood to do it. So there's many external reasons. If I was to sit there and analyze why did this person not buy, I might end up doubting myself and end up changing what I'm doing, when in reality, my pitch and my approach to actually knocking on that door and speaking to that person was perfect, and it would have worked on all these other customers. But with this person, it didn't work due to external reasons. So if I was to spend time analyzing and thinking, why did this person not buy? I would just end up changing my approach, and then these 5 people wouldn't buy. Do you guys get what I'm saying? So it's very important to just understand that there could be external reasons, and sometimes people just aren't going to buy. So sales teaches you just to do way more, because you realize that sometimes people won't buy anyway. So just move on to the next one. So what you realize is take a bunch of action, do a bunch of repetitions, then analyze, why did someone buy or why did someone not buy? Okay, so once you've knocked on $20 or something, then you can sit there and think, okay, why did these 20 people not buy? What am I doing wrong? But you don't want to use a very small sample size. You want to increase the sample size. $20, $25. Then you can sit there and think, okay, why did all these people not buy? Same thing with social media. If you post a video and you instantly try and analyze that video, why did this video not go viral? Why did it not perform well? Why did people not send me a message saying they like this video? Then you're going to get in your head too much, and you're going to start doubting yourself and creating problems that weren't even there. But if you just told yourself, you know what, let me just film 10 videos, let me film 20 videos, and after I film these 10 or 20 videos, then I can analyze why the videos perform well or why they didn't perform well, and then I can try and change my approach. But if you sit there and analyze too much, you honestly just create way more problems than you needed to have created. Also, this perfectly ties in with dating as well. Some girls are just never going to like you. You can approach that girl really well. You could be a good person. You could be in good shape. You could be successful. But sometimes you approach a girl and she's just not interested, right? Again, maybe due to external reasons. Maybe you're just not her type. Maybe she has a boyfriend. Maybe she's talking to her ex, right? Maybe she's been stressed all morning because of some problem in her life. It doesn't mean you need to now, sit there and analyze everything about yourself and change your haircut and change your fashion style and think to yourself, why did this girl not like me? I need to change who I am.
Yes.
But if loads of girls don't like you, all the women don't like you, then yes, you need to analyze your approach and see what you're doing wrong. But you don't want to analyze after every single time you talk to one girl. Same thing with social media. Same thing with sales. Same thing with everything. Which is why I love sales, guys. Because it really reinforces the
Yes.
idea of just doing more and thinking less. In fact, what it really pushes, the idea it really strongly pushes into your brain is just move on to the next. That's what I love about sales. You call someone, they don't pick up the phone, okay, on to the next. You knock on someone's door, they don't answer, or they do answer but they reject you, okay, on to the next. You talk to a girl, on to the next, right?
Right.
It's always that mindset, just on to the next, on to the next. That's what I love about sales. This is what you guys need to do as well. If you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. Also leave a like on this video and tell me what you guys liked about this video in the comment section and what you guys want to see more of. If you guys want to get coached by me as well, click the link below in the description, fill out your details, apply to book a one-on-one call with me where we'll go through your situation and I'll see if the coaching is the right fit for you. Anyway, boys, see you in the next video. Bye.
Oh, yeah. So, there's some really good points in this. First of all, I just like watching them. That's just why I love watching them. Because basically, that's what it is. Which, look at that. He just posted a new one. Which is like, post 100 bad videos, get rich. And there's actually another one. So, yeah. Yeah, we're just watching this one, too.
If you guys want to grow on social media and grow your personal brand, the best advice I can give you is posting your first 100 videos. I talk to so many people who have lots of goals, lots of dreams regarding building their own social media, making money online, but they're so worried about their first few videos that they're going to post. Guys, no one's even going to
Facts.
remember those first few videos that you posted when you start growing. That's point number one. Point number two, you have to view those first few videos that you post as practice, literally as training so that you become better at the craft, at the skill of posting videos. Mr. B said, before you even try and become a good YouTuber, just make your first 100 videos and then you can start worrying about how to make your videos better. But
Of
first, you
course.
need to get those basic repetitions in. And that's for long form content, that's for YouTube. If you're talking about Instagram or TikTok or any of these shorter form platforms, post 500 videos, post 1,000 videos. Now, 1,000 might be a bit much, right? But once you've done the first 300-400, you're going to start learning so much about hooks, about retention, about keeping people engaged in the video. You're going to learn which styles of content you like making the most. You're going to know which topics you like talking about.
Yeah, definitely like this.
My private community, and now he's actually become a good friend of mine. So it took 300 videos for him on Instagram before he started growing his fitness page. 300. Imagine he quit on video 68, and he was like, you know what? This isn't for me. That's why I'm always telling you guys, post more. As you post more, you'll figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you. But if you don't post a lot of videos, you're not going to know what works. A lot of you are so short.
Yes. Facts.
Oh, bro, I don't know if I can do this social media stuff. All the guys you see on social media who have actually built big personal brands, we've all failed so much at the beginning. I was posting absolute nonsense at the beginning, guys. My content was so shit. I didn't know what I was talking about. I didn't know who I was trying to reach. I didn't know anything about target audiences. I didn't know what product to sell. I had no knowledge on social media. I just had a friend who told me, bro, you should start posting on social media. I wanted to get my message out there. But I had no idea what I actually wanted to talk about. So just start. Start with what you think you're interested in. Start with what you care about. And then naturally you'll start finding an audience of people who care about what you say. And advice I give to a lot of people is just make the content that the younger version of yourself would want to consume. Because if you like that content, then there are going to be lots of other people who like that content as well. Because you're not the only person out there who's like you. There's lots of people like you, right? There's not that many differences between people in life, right? If you like something, then there are also going to be millions of other people out there that like that kind of content. So if you make content with your younger self in mind, there'll be lots of people who naturally resonate with what you have to say. The mistake most people make is they try to analyze their content too quickly. They'll post 5 videos and then they'll start analyzing.
Facts.
More videos before you worry about the results, then naturally you'll be on rep number 20 or rep number 50 or video number 100 before you worry about the results. And then you have way more skin in the game, you're way more invested emotionally, time-wise, everything. And then by that point, you have way less chance of quitting. But if you try and analyze your videos way too quickly, you have way less
Facts.
chance of actually sticking through it. The reason why you might not be posting on social media is because you overestimate the actual consequences of posting a bad video. You think that if you post a bad video, the whole world's going to be talking about it and everyone's going to be laughing at how bad the video was. Guys, the truth is there are so many videos being posted online every single day. Millions and millions of videos every single day are being posted across all the platforms. Like literally tens of millions of videos, right? On YouTube every month, there's like 8 billion views. Sorry, 8 trillion views just on short form content on YouTube. Just on the YouTube shorts, there's 8 trillion views a month. Right? That's like 250 billion views a day on YouTube Shorts. And that's just one platform. Like, do you guys understand how insane that is? Do you know how crazy that is? There are so many people consuming content on a daily basis. It's fucking insane. There truly is no competition because you just need a tiny, tiny, tiny percentage of those viewers to grow any business that you want to promote. And the best advice I can give you guys
Yes.
is don't worry so much about which offer or which product you're going to sell to your audience. First, build the audience, try and provide those people value, try and answer some questions they might have, try and talk about things you actually know, you're a bit of an expert in, and then naturally you can come up with a product or an offer very quickly. But that's like a separate video I can talk about. First, just focus on posting the videos, because once you get the volume in, it's going to be 10 times easier. But a lot of you just underestimate how many videos you actually need to post on social media. Like 100 videos isn't even that much, right? That's just the beginning.
Yes.
You're going to be posting 3, 4, 5, 6 videos every single day. After a month, you've already posted 100 videos. So it's not that much. Don't put it on such a pedestal like, oh my god, how am I going to come up with 100 videos? Just aim for 3 videos a day. Stick to that number. Talk about the things you want to talk about. And I promise you, after a month, once you've got those first 100 repetitions in, you're going to feel 10 times better about posting online and you're actually going to start enjoying it. So for me, it's so easy to make content because I've posted thousands of videos, thousands of voice notes, I've done tens of thousands of tweets. I actually enjoy speaking my mind. I enjoy helping people. So before I sat and made this video, I thought to myself, I know people are struggling with social media. What are they mainly struggling with? Well, people are mainly struggling with posting their first 100 videos. Most people haven't posted 100 videos online. They don't even make it to video number 100. But I
Right.
know if you guys just get to video number 100, the chances of you actually making it a business and actually making it something profitable is dramatically higher. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to get coaching by me and join my online community, which is called New Money, join 600 other entrepreneurs making money online, leveling up their life, great social life, great connections, making money through their personal brand, then click the link below, book a one-on-one call with me through the description. The link is in the description, I meant to say, and we can see if this is the right fit for you. But yeah, if you guys like this video, like it, leave a comment what you guys liked about this video, subscribe to the channel, and see you boys in the next video.
Yeah. So, okay. So, he did make some great points. Like other bad videos or that. In order to, yeah, in order to get it. Yeah, that just caught my attention. I didn't really plan that. So, I'm just going to comment on this. Yeah. Yeah, of course. Now, I love this. See, that is why I love this thing so much. This creator. Now, okay. I think I was going to watch this one health video. Nurse Sarah Diary, surgeries. So, 9 times. I'm just going to just watch one more video and then we'll be done. 9 time allergies is what's really causing the cellular. So, yeah. Okay. That's why I bad it. So, great video.
that day it'd been a day of
Yeah.
really hot. The doors were open, and when we came in for our evening walk, she was fine. The girls played, had a bath, put pajamas on, read the books, everything was fine. Just like every night, or every night until recently. I kept thinking, what am I missing? I couldn't see anything on her clothes, I couldn't see anything in her hair, but the culprit for this was hiding. This annoying sleep disruptor, you can't see it with the naked eye. I couldn't smell it, I couldn't hear it, whatever it was, it's been hiding in the middle of the night. And then starts having a sneeze. She wakes up with this blocked nose. She's wheezing, like sneezing, coughing. Bless her, like it's so awful. And I eventually find out the culprit is pollen. Like surely not. But I did my research. 100% that was the culprit. But it makes total sense when you think about it. Once pollen's in the house, and it easily gets in the house, if you've got all the doors and windows shut, it seeps in through the cracks. It does get on your clothes and in your hair, but you just can't see it. The tricky thing is, it doesn't necessarily make you stuffy straight away. It takes its time, like a creepy little monster. It will slowly attack you in the middle
Right.
of the night. And what happens is, it rises in the hot air. In the summer months, when your room is warmer, the temperature rises, and so the pollen is, right at the ceiling where it's hot. And then during the night, when it gets colder,
Relatable. That's worse.
starts to fall down. So that explains why in the middle of the night she started sneezing, because the pollen's eventually, fell down from the hot ceiling, it's fell down, landing on her face. Now the fix for this, I should but hard for me to do because we're travelling around, so it's not like I can pack a little one in to our suitcase. But the fix is an air purifier, and this is one of the things I helped one of my sleep clients to figure out. They were having the same issue in the middle of the night. They were sneezing, and so it takes all of this detective work to figure out air purifier. Now, when we have one of these, Jade sleeps so well, my client sleeps so well. It's just that little thing what you might not have known if you didn't do your research and didn't put two and two together. That's part of my job being a triage nurse. That's why I can help so many people figure out what's wrong with the sleep. If you want to know how to fall asleep fast, click here where I tell you about a military method watched by quite a lot of people now. Click here to watch this one.
Yeah. Brother. Okay. And sorry the sound is bad because I don't know what's happening, but yeah. Yeah, I was just trying to hear the video sometimes. And yeah. So now I just go to find something with K-Lox, which is the channel I've been watching, which we've been talking about the last video. So okay. Let's see. Hopefully I don't run out of stories during this time. So why do rich people don't want cheap homes? Okay, because that's interesting. Okay, yeah.
Real estate has created more billionaires than almost any other asset class in history. A building can go up in value, generate cash every month, and still legally appear unprofitable on paper. How does any of that make sense?
Yeah, I
The
watched it
answer
before
reveals
though.
something much bigger than real estate investing. It also explains why housing keeps getting more expensive, why so many powerful institutions want property prices to rise, and whether homes will ever actually become affordable again. Welcome to ALUX.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's start this discussion somewhere that seems counterintuitive. Buildings can lose money on paper while making money in real life. One of the strangest things about real estate is that a building can become more valuable every year while the owner reports a loss to the government. Now, that sounds impossible at first. If an apartment building is generating cash every month, the tenants are paying the rent on time, and the property itself keeps rising in value, most people assume the owner must be reporting strong profits.
Okay.
Very often, though, they are not. In many cases, the building appears to be losing money on paper. And that disconnect sits at the center of why real estate became one of the most tax-advantaged asset classes in the world. The mechanism behind it is something called depreciation. The government allows real estate owners to treat buildings as assets that slowly wear out over time,
True.
even if the property itself is becoming dramatically more valuable in the real world. That paper decline can then be deducted from taxable income. So imagine a building generating positive cash flow every month. The tenants cover the mortgage,
Yeah.
the property appreciates, the owner builds equity, the rent may even increase every year.
Well,
On
yes.
paper, the building is still depreciating, which means the owner may legally report far less taxable income than most people would expect. This is where the tax system around real estate starts feeling completely different from normal life. Most people earn
Yeah,
income
okay.
in ways that are very difficult to hide from taxation. Salaries are taxed directly, small businesses pay tax on profits, investment gains are usually taxed once assets are sold. Real estate
Yeah.
operates through a different logic, though. An asset can generate cash, appreciate in value, and create long-term wealth while simultaneously producing deductions that reduce taxable income. That's why experienced investors often care less about salary-sized income and more about owning assets that create favorable tax treatment automatically. You can see
Yeah.
this pattern everywhere once you notice it. Large
Because
real estate
taxes are
investors
great.
regularly report enormous depreciation expenses across portfolios worth billions. Commercial property owners use cost segregation strategies to accelerate deductions even faster. Some wealthy investors legally reduce taxable income for years, while their actual net worth keeps rising underneath the surface through appreciation and debt payments. To the average person, this feels backwards, right? How can someone become wealthier while reporting lower income?
All right.
Because the tax code treats buildings differently from almost anything else. And the logic behind it is surprisingly intentional. Governments want construction. They want development. They want housing.
True.
They want office space, logistics infrastructure, apartment complexes, shopping centers, industrial facilities, and economic activity tied to land. So over time, the system evolved to reward the people willing to own and develop those assets. Now, that doesn't mean that every real estate investor becomes rich, but it does explain why so many wealthy people eventually move toward property ownership. And once investors realized buildings could generate cash flow while receiving favorable tax treatment, another part of the system started becoming obvious. Real estate was one of the few places where banks were willing to hand out enormous amounts of money against appreciating assets. And that changed everything. Real estate turns debt into an advantage. For most people, debt feels heavy. Most payments create
Right.
pressure. Interest feels like a penalty. The goal is usually to escape debt as quickly as possible because debt,
Yes,
in normal
usually.
life, is associated with stress. Real estate changed that relationship completely. In property markets, debt stopped behaving like a burden and started functioning more like fuel. That shift explains why so many wealthy investors became obsessed with real estate, even when they could technically afford to buy assets outright. Imagine two people each investing $1 million. One person buys $1 million worth of stocks using cash. The other uses the same $1 million as down payments across several properties worth $5 million total. Now, both markets rise by 10%. The stock investor makes roughly 100 grand. The real estate investor controls appreciation on the entire $5 million portfolio. The
True.
gain applies to the full asset value, even though most of the purchases were financed with borrowed money. That's the strange power of leverage. Banks are willing to lend enormous amounts against real estate because the asset itself becomes collateral.
Yeah.
Stock market produces income, usually appreciates over time, and exists in the physical world in a way that lenders understand very well. So debt inside real estate is behaving differently from debt attached to consumption. A mortgage on a rental property may be partially paid down by tenants. Rising property values increase equity. Inflation slowly reduces the real burden of older fixed-rate debt. Meanwhile, the owner still controls the appreciating asset underneath the loan. And the system gets even stronger once refinancing enters the picture. In many cases, investors don't need to sell the property to access wealth created by appreciation. No, instead, they refinance.
The property raises in value, the bank issues a larger loan against the updated value, and the investor pulls cash out while still keeping ownership of the asset.
Right.
Because selling often creates taxes. Borrowing usually does not.
Yeah, with taxes are the worst.
Where people could buy assets with borrowed money, benefit from appreciation on the full value, have tenants help to service the debt, then access liquidity without fully exiting the investment. That combination became incredibly powerful over time. You can see versions of this everywhere across
Because taxes should be illegal.
empires expanded with leverage. Private equity firms built entire strategies around debt-backed acquisitions.
Yeah, true.
Property investors continuously refinance portfolios instead of liquidating them outright, because the goal is often to keep control of the asset while extracting usable capital from the rising value.